Hello everyone. So today I'm going to discuss on file read and write in Python. So first of all, let's create a folder. So let's call it file handling. So inside this folder, let's create a Python file. Let's call it test1.py. Okay. So once you have created that file, just simply open this whole folder in your code editor. So I'm here using Visual Studio Code. You can use PyCharm or ITLA as well, but it's I personally prefer this one, so I'm using it. Okay, so in file handling, there are a few things you need to keep in mind. So let me go through W3 school for the time being. Let me show you something here. So Python tutorial here. On your left hand side, you will find out the file handling. So here, these are the part you need to keep in mind: read, append and write. R for read, A for append and W for write. So these are the things you need to keep in mind, because these three things you have in your syllabus. Cambridge IGCSE, sorry, yeah, Edexcel IGCSE computer science, also in Cambridge IGCSE computer science as well. So when you are going to open a file, you have to use this keyword called open, and you have to give the name. Now what it does, it only open the file, but since you didn't give any command or any instruction that what is the purpose of opening this file, like either you want to read it or write it or append some other data into this file, so this like instruction is not going to be cleared for the Python interpreter. So you can do, just simply give a comma and then write what is the purpose of opening this file. Okay, let me show it to you. So this is my folder. So and here is my code editor. So let's say here, let me open this one. Let's say uh, for example, let's say I'm taking a variable, let's call it f, and equal to, then open, then let's say let's give a file name. Okay, for example, test.txt or test1.txt, and this thing you need to keep in double quotation since it is the string data types. And then let's say I want to write something into that file, so in double quotation you can just simply give W. Once you have done that and run the file, here as you can see there is no text file created. If you are going to run it, the file is going to be created here. Let's see. So once you have run it, wait for a second. Here the file is being created now, and you have created that file for writing. So once you have created that file for writing, now whatever the thing that you want to write, you can just simply write it. See, if I open this file, there is nothing in that particular text file. Now let's say I want to write 10 names in that particular text file. So since I know how many times the loop is going to run here, let's say 10 times, you can easily use the for loop. So if you don't know how many times the loop is going to run, in that case you have to use the while loop. Okay, so uh, I'm going to show it in the in both ways, using while loop as well as the for loop. So start with the for loop. For I in range of 10 means in Python the index starts from 0, so 0 to 9 is going to be work. So if I give here 0 comma 10, that's mean 0 to 9 it's going to be printed, and this is the range, that's mean 10 minus 1 9, up to 9 is going to print. Okay, so since here I is nothing but a variable, so don't be confused with this. Okay, so it's an integer variable, the I here it is an integer variable. So now since you want to write something in here, so you have to take input from the user. So let's say user is equal to, now you are going to take the input, just give me a second.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
How can I pause it? Okay, so since you are going to take string data type, string variable, or sorry, string data type as an input, so you have to convert it into a string. But one thing you need to keep in mind here as well, whenever you are going to take input, by default it is in string data type, so you don't need to take string here. But if you are going to take integer data type, you have to convert this input into integer. So let's say enter name. So you have taken the you know name from the user here. Now anything else? Yes, you have to write it, since you have uh, opened that file for writing. So for doing that, the variable name here, that is f, you have to call that f dot write line. Here is write line, and what is the thing that you are going to write here? That is the user. So user, you have to give that in the bracket. So your work is done, and that's it. Now if you are going to print it, print let's say, like, you cannot just simply print it, you have to open this file for showing it. Let's see what happen if you are going to print f. It's, I believe, is going to show you some error. So again, f dot close, you have to do it, it's very important. After opening that file, you have to close that as well. Okay, so just simply run it. Let's see what happened. It is asking the name. Let's say ASD, this one some random thing I'm giving here. So 10 times the user has given the input. Okay, now let's open this. Here, as you can see, the inputs are taken but in the same line, so this is an error. But basically this is not an error, it's working, but the thing is you have to change a bit in the command that you have given here. Every time when the user is going to give the input should be stored in a different line. So for doing that, in here you can just give a forward slash and give n. Now let's see what happened. Again, sd okay, so let's open that file again. Again, it's not working. uh, what's the error here? Okay, so basically this one is being used for taking the input in a different line but not storing in a different line. So for doing that, you can use a plus sign here, give a quotation, sorry, give a quotation and forward slash
Sir,
n. I think it's now working. Let's set this one. Let's open that file again. Yeah, it's working now. So this is the way you can write the file. Okay, so hopefully you understood the concept of writing a file. If you have any problem with reading as well as the append, let me know.